Hey guys, let's get straight to the point. Today I'm going to tell you guys why the iPhone 15 Pro Max has become my main camera for my entire YouTube channel or even for my small projects. The first thing I want to talk about is the dynamic range of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, Pro, or the 16 Pro or 16 Pro Max. It's amazing. When I was filming with my Sony ZV1, I always have this struggle where I have to sacrifice either the highlights or the shadows because the dynamic range is not wide enough. So for the highlights, most of the time they're clipped, and for the shadows, they're usually crushed if I'm protecting the highlights. But with the iPhone 15 Pro Max or Pro, the dynamic range is so good that even for my regular class footage, I can have both the shadows and the highlight protected. And that is crazy because I was like, the sensors are not as big compared to my Sony ZV1, but then the dynamic range is better. So I don't know how the phone camera does that, but then it's just better than my Sony ZV1. So the dynamic range is amazing. A lot of times I feel like I do not have to sacrifice as much now when I'm filming a scene where there's a really bright spot and then a lot of dark areas, and I can just have both. So dynamic range, super amazing on the iPhone 15 Pro, Pro Max, and the 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max. The next thing I want to talk about is the highlight roll off. So basically what that means is the brightest part of the image going to the darkest part of the image, the gradient, the how should I say it, like the shadows, it's really smooth. As you can see here, I'm filming with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and the highlight roll off is so good. It's so smooth on my skin. I do not have a video light. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, as you can see, I'm not in the most ideal filming situation, but I just want to make this video, and I'm using literally the toilet sink light. If I can show you guys like a video using like my other device, like my other camera, I only have the iPad, so I'll show you guys my setup. It's literally just my phone and then the sink light from the top, and I am able to get this like soft glowing roll off when I'm filming with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And this is also the same when I'm using the phone for my outside projects or when I'm filming like dance class footage. They all look really good compared to my Sony ZV1. Yes, that camera can only film in 8-bit, so that's why the 10-bit footage coming out of the iPhone 15 Pro Max or Pro are so good that like the roll off is just amazing. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm filming in a really bad situation where like there's a lot of like noise and like things like from the outside, but I'll try to use the voice isolation or sound isolation feature in LumaFusion and see if it's good. So let me know down in the comment section below if my voice is still being able to be captured by the phone and being isolated by the feature in LumaFusion. Oh yes, back to highlights roll off. With better highlight roll off, you are gonna have a nicer and more pleasing image, especially on skin tone, because I focus a lot on skin tones. As you can see, like the light coming from the bathroom sink light, it has a really smooth gradient going from the brightest part to the darkest part of the image. And when you're filming people, especially portraits, that's really important, because if you don't have a smooth highlight roll off, you will have like patches where the brightest part of the image will become like blocks, like blocky, and then it will start having these like bending issues where you can see the lines. I'm sorry, the fridge just got turned on. But yeah, the bendings are gonna make your image look like weird and artificial and not professional, at least not professionally filmed with a higher end camera. So highlight roll off, it's really important in the camera and the iPhone. It's amazing. So the next point I want to talk about is the main camera of the iPhone 15 Pro Max or the Pro. I mainly use the main camera at the back of the phone to film because the aperture is higher, or I should say like bigger aperture, so it can absorb more light coming into the sensor, so you will have less noise when you're filming in a darker area, and also that creates a more shallow depth of field, so you have like a blurrier background. Yes, it's not going to be as blurry as a full frame camera, no way it's going to be anything near, but then it's fine, because as I said in my previous videos, you don't need to blur out everything in the background. I always like having the background more in focus just because that's why you film on set. You want people to see your set. And also when I'm filming dance videos, I have multiple people usually in the video where they are in different like positions where they're like further away from camera, some people are like closer. So if I blur out everything behind the main person, then people from the back will be blurred out as well. So I don't think that's gonna look nice anyway. So deeper depth of field is not a bad thing, but the back main camera, it's gonna give you some kind of blurriness in the background, especially if you come closer to the camera. So yep, I use the main camera mainly because of the aperture. The next thing is related to the Blackmagic Camera App that I always use, or I only use when I'm filming with my iPhone 15 Pro Max now because of all the crazy features that it provides. One thing that really blows my mind is the ability to zoom in on the main camera, not zooming in with the telephoto camera or the lens, is to use the main camera and press and zoom in like 2 times, 4 times, not 4 times maybe, but the 2 times zoom, it's not optical, I'm sure, because it stays on the same lens. So it's not optical, but then the upscaling of the 2 times zoom is amazing because I can't tell the quality difference. I was like, oh, it's just really nice still when I zooming in 2 times with the main camera. So I don't know how the app does that, but then it just does it. So I highly recommend you guys to try to do the 2 times zoom on the main camera on the iPhone 15 Pro. All right, since we are on the Blackmagic Camera App, yes, this app is crazy. I don't know how they came up with this app. It's way better than any other camera apps that I've used. And it's even more sophisticated compared to all of my cameras except maybe the Blackmagic BMP-CC 4K that I have. So it has everything you need as a videographer or even filmmaker. You can control your shutter speed, change it to shutter angle, you have ISO control, you can have great stabilization, you can put in your own LUT. I'll talk about that later, but then that's one of the main things that I really like about this app. And then you can have like audio selected, you can have like audio input, audio monitoring, you have all these like features like monitor your exposure, like zebras and false colors. Like I don't have false color on my other cameras except the BMP-CC 4K. So the Blackmagic Camera App, I don't know, like even if they have to charge me, I am happy to pay for it, but it's free, so definitely give it a try. And yes, you do need to have a good LUT, which is the color palette or preset. If you don't understand what lookup tables are, basically just colors, because if you are filming on the Blackmagic Camera App in Apple Lock, you will see a really washed out image without a LUT or the color palettes applied. So definitely look into like finding like LUTs online. I don't know if I'm gonna like upload my LUTs online because it really depends. Like a lot of people are telling me to like sell it. I kind of don't want to make it a business, but then I still need to make a living, so maybe I'll sell it for like really cheap just because I want to share my colors with you guys. I am filming on the Blackmagic Camera App with my LUT burned into the image right now, so I'm not going to adjust it in post so you guys can tell how you like the colors, because I spend a lot of time adjusting the skin tones and also like the shadows. Like I don't know if you can tell, like I fixed it already, because filming with the Apple Lock on the iPhone 15 Pro series, they have really weird like blue shadows. I fixed that part, and then I enhanced the skin tones so you have better color contrast. So yeah, like let me know down in the comment section below if you want me to post my LUT, and if you guys don't mind like paying like, I don't know, like $1 or $2 for the LUT, let me know in the down in the comment section below. Okay, since we're talking about LUT, yes, one of the biggest advantage or features that really impresses me is the ability to view your image with your LUT, with your own LUT, and also to burn in the LUT onto the image. Like I didn't expect that. I was like, okay, if I can see how it looks like with my LUT on or the color palette on, that's good enough, but I can actually burn it in, and it's not a bad thing. A lot of people might think that like you should not burn in the color palettes. Yes, if you're filming a big project, then you should not. You should always leave it as like a log format where you leave the colorist to do his or her job in post, so you have more flexibility. But then for me, that cuts down a lot of post-production time. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to color my footage. I film a lot of dance class footage for my friends, and I don't need to go home and color grade my footage. I can just airdrop it, WhatsApp it, like upload it to Google Drive, and I can share them with my friends like directly. That's amazing. So being able to view and burn in your LUTs onto your image is definitely one of the biggest features I love using my iPhone to film right now. Okay, a little bit more on the sharing instantly. Because it's a smart device, a smartphone, I can share my videos with my colors instantly and directly to my friends and family and clients. That makes a huge difference. I don't know about like other people's business, but then like when I am able to share or show at least my clients or my friends and family like how the image looks like as a final product, they are always super happy about it. Even if they cannot get the image or the footage right away, they still get super excited, and that is amazing. I don't know, like if you show someone like your footage without a LUT, without any colors, it's just a really like desaturated image because it was filmed and locked, then they usually will be like, oh, okay, yeah. But then if you show them with your own colors, with your creative like take on that image, the impact is huge. Trust me, try it next time when you show your footage to your clients or your friends and family. Try to show them the image with a LUT burn in, or you don't have to burn it in, you can just display the LUT in the Blackmagic Camera App, and they will be able to see the footage with colors. That it's gonna make a huge difference. Definitely give it a try and let me know how it goes in the comment section below as well. Okay, the next point is, I'm looking at my iPad for like notes. The next point is about filming with an iPhone compared to, let's say, my Sony ZV1. Not only the image quality and dynamic range are better, but also stabilization. Like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure like most of you know already, like the iPhone image stabilization, like optically, especially with the main camera, is really good. Like, yes, it might not be as good as the Lumix camera or Panasonic camera or Olympus cameras where they look like you're on like a gimbal or a tripod, but then it's still reasonably good, and also it's natural. When I'm moving my camera or my phone when I'm filming, especially with the main camera at the back, the stabilization is really natural. It doesn't have these like weird like stabilization where, I think I mentioned it before, the sensor on the mirrorless camera, when they use optical stabilization, when they reach the edge of the camera like mount, it bounces. Like a lot of them, they bounce like a ping pong ball, so they go like down, and then you have like, even if you try to like stabilize it, it will just go like bam, 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 bam. So that's something that annoys me a lot, especially if you're doing like handheld like videos. And on the iPhone, it's just smooth. Even if they're like, it's bouncing, it's like, it doesn't go like bam, it goes like really smoothly, probably because it combines optical and electronic stabilization on the back camera. So like stabilization wise, I really like it. You can get a gimbal, but then I don't think you need one if you don't need like a super smooth like footage. So with handheld on the iPhone 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max, or 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max, stabilization is unbeatable. Yeah, within this like small little device, the stabilization is just amazing. The situation is a little different when you're using the front-facing camera for stabilization, because I'm going to talk about the front-facing camera in the future in the next video, because it's just another like amazing thing that no one talks about. When you're filming with the front camera, the stabilization should just be electronic. I don't think there's an optical stabilization for the front-facing camera, so you will run into, like, if you're having like spots with like super bright highlights, it will have those like jitter. So like that's something that you have to watch out for if you're filming with a front-facing camera. But with the back camera, optical stabilization doesn't cause any of those things. With the Sony cameras, if I turn on the electronic stabilization or using like catalyst browse to stabilize the footage in post, it will still create those like highlight jitter. If you've seen it, you will never unsee it. So yeah, so with the front-facing camera, just watch out for the stabilization. Oh, I totally forgot to mention about image quality. The image filming on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, at least these two models, because I don't have the 16 Pro or 16 Pro Max, is not too sharp, which is not a bad thing, because I think I've mentioned it in the previous videos that I don't like super sharp images. Like, I know people film in like 4K, 6K, 8K, 12K. I don't know why they need to film that high resolution unless you have to like show your videos in a super big like theater screen. Even if you have to, I don't think it's a must. And I'm literally filming everything in HD on my iPhone, and everyone loves the image. And it's not because yes, 90% of the people are gonna view my videos on a smartphone, or the biggest one like an iPad. They're not gonna watch it on the TV maybe. So it's not only because of that, but then the HD quality is super nice because it's not overly sharpened. Everything is nice. Like, you can see the edges of me. It's not like a cutout from the background, if you understand what I mean. And that's a good thing. I don't need a diffusion filter. I don't need a Pro Mist filter to like remove the digital sharpness. Yeah, not super sharp image, but then super nice. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about why I'm using the iPhone as my main camera now is because it's an iPhone. I can carry it everywhere. I actually carry it everywhere with me, and I can bring it to places without being like asked to like take away my camera. And I don't know about like other places in the world, but then in Vancouver, I noticed that they're starting to tell people not to take pictures and videos. Maybe not like on the street, but then if you're inside, let's say like a train station, I've been told not to take videos or photos. And I was like, what? in a shopping mall, I was like, what? I'm just trying to take videos of a nice scene where, like, let's say the sun is shining through like windows. I literally asked that person, like, what if like other people are taking pictures as well? Why are you just picking on me? And they're like, oh, if you're taking pictures of yourself, like taking a selfie, or someone's taking a picture of you, that's fine. I'm like, what? So I was really shocked. But then compared to having like the fully loaded camera with a lens, no matter how small your camera is, it's still a camera. So people are gonna notice it. You might be asked to take that camera away or not to take photos or videos with that camera, and you might not be able to capture as much compared to using a phone. And if you are going to vlog, I would say there's almost nothing better than like filming with your phone as a vlog camera. Yes, I know there's a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, a really popular vlogging camera, but I still think the iPhone is better. I'm probably gonna make another video to talk about that, because this phone makes me didn't buy the Pocket 3. I was gonna buy it, but then nope, I still think the iPhone is better. Is people are not gonna care. Like, that's the main thing. I was walking around on the street and filming myself with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and people were just thinking that I'm a tourist, like taking photos and videos of myself, and no one's gonna care. No one's gonna like ask you to take your phone away, because everyone has a phone nowadays in their pocket, like filming and taking photos. So I really think this form factor is gonna help, and it's been helping me a lot in the past 2 months of me owning this phone, that I'm filming much more than before because of how comfortable I am using a phone to film, and also the ability to film such high quality videos and photos without having to bring my camera. I don't know about other people, but I really don't like carrying my cameras around. As much as I love the image quality, I'm not gonna carry my BMPC 4K, not my X Pro 2, not my FX30. Yes, they are not huge, but then it's still something that I need to purposely carry with me. And if you've been like carrying your camera gear a lot on your shoulders with like a backpack, I don't like that. It hurts my shoulders, and now I just pull my phone and the image quality is amazing. Like, yes, it's not gonna beat a lot of cameras, but then I'm happy with what the phone can provide me right now. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, I know this is not the most high quality produced video, but then I just want to make this video because I haven't been filming myself, making YouTube videos for a while now because of my situation. But then I am so happy that I started filming today and I pressed the record button. I hope you find this video helpful because this makes me feel like a lot of you can actually start filming, and just with your phone you don't have to buy a lot of stuff and you can still make good quality videos. I really hope that this video is gonna give you like a little boost, just like how it is giving me a boost, because I am so glad that I pressed the record button. And thank you so much for being here with me. I know I'll keep you guys updated on my situation, but then no matter what, I do really appreciate every single one of you, and I just want to say thank you so much for your support. I'm still around, and I'll try to record as much as I can because now I can use my phone, right? So stay tuned. I will be filming more videos with my iPhone, and I'll share more tips and tricks that I learned throughout the process with you guys. So hopefully we can share our ideas. Let me know down in the comment section below if you are filming with your phone, or if you're filming with like any other cameras that you feel just as convenient and just comfortable and confident. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.